lock it in. Are you ready to be entertained, educated? A little stimulation for your brain, lock it in. Are you ready to learn? Are you ready to laugh? Are you ready to love? Lock it in, lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lockett Show, lock it in, lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lockett Show, lock it in, lock it in. It's the Joe Lockett Show.
What's up, y'all? This is George Marcus Rich. You guys are up into your crazy how y'all the weekend. Y'all better have that stuff this weekend. I ain't talking about that. I'm just talking about some fun. You got mine already in the gutter. I'm doing making things. What's going on? What's going on, Justina? How y'all doing? You like red shirt? Okay, red shirt. Let me show the people. How you doing? This is George Marcus in the building. How y'all doing? Hope you guys had a great weekend. Today, y'all. Today, when I tell you this show right now, I can laugh. We can laugh a little early. You know, I show a little Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got Cleveland. I got Cleveland. What's up, MD? How you doing? You building? What's up, everybody? Man, today's Message Monday, and y'all know me. I'm message here. I got some stuff this weekend. You know, I got to hang out with some of my friends I love, but I don't like them a lot. But I got to hang out with them anyway. You know what I'm saying? We did some magnificent things for the weekend. And at the end of the day, all right, thanks, man. That's enough. Stop. It's the Joe Lockett Show. Everybody know what time it is. What's up, Sean Baby? How you doing? Man, this show here is going to be, it's going to be off the chains. What's going on, Anthony? What's going on, Bubba K94? Yo, man, if y'all had not been watching my social media feed, okay? Let me tell y'all something. Told y'all I was going to be announcing something coming up real soon, right? And so I announced it today. As of today, there will be another show that I will be a part of. And I know a lot of people have been questioning me today. Joe, hell no, I ain't leaving y'all. Why would I do that? Y'all my babies. I love y'all. But you know, y'all got to spread the love. And I'm going to be hanging out with the one and only. Now, she's a special woman in my life, y'all. I met her. You know, I've been knowing her for a long time. I knew her when we was married. We never messed around, you know, when I was married. We did. Then she got married, and we still didn't mess around. And I know it now. We still ain't messing around. We still ain't messing around because she's married. But I want to announce today on the Joe Lockett Show that the one and only Keisa, she's going to be on the show with me. I'm going to be doing a show with her called the Keisa and Joe Show starting Wednesday. We're going to be starting a new podcast together. You guys live on Facebook and YouTube, you guys can see her right now. She's in the building. She's going to be hanging out with me today. She said, little knucklehead, little ugly boy, I'm going to go ahead and be your little co-host today. She kind of told me. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Keisa? How you doing, baby?
Hey.
You doing good? I'm sorry, I missed when I hit the wrong button. Oh. There you go. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
We good to see. We're glad to see you there. Everything going good with you?
Listen, I have no complaints. It's a beautiful day. We're here. We're alive. It's on and popping. Let's go. Let's do it.
All right, the voice that y'all hear right now, y'all, is the one of only the Keisa Sharp Jackson. She's in the building. And yeah, see what we're doing right now. We're finna do something like really unprecedented. Like some of y'all got one podcast, right? One show. Well, we finna have like 3-4 shows, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna have a Joe Lockett show, and then Keisa and I gonna have a show together, and then she got a show getting ready to come up. So we finna change the game. I told y'all I was working on something big. Megan, I told y'all, hey Sheila, how's it going? I told y'all I was working on something big. Y'all didn't understand. But this show that we're gonna be doing, y'all, it's gonna be very exciting. And yes, the Joe Lockett Show is still gonna be here. We're gonna do it every day. The Keisa and Joe Show, we're gonna be doing that live. Actually, we're gonna be at a coffee shop. I want to give a shout out to Filter Coffee Parlor downtown here in Birmingham, Alabama, on the south side. We're gonna be actually shooting the show live from there in the coffee shop. So if you guys are live, or you guys in the area around 10 o'clock every Wednesday, come out. You guys can have coffee with us, and we're gonna be having different guests on the show. And we'll be doing some special things after the show and during the show. So guys, come on down every Wednesday. Our first episode will actually be this Wednesday at Filter Coffee Parlor downtown. The one in Keisa and Joe, like to be the Keisa and Joe Show. I tried to make it the Joe and Keisa show, but she told me no. Why was that, Keisa?
Well, it's called girl power. And
That's
it
what.
just has it's called girl power, number one. And number two, it just kind of has a better ring to it. I mean, think about it, Joe. The Kisa and Joe show or the Joe and
Uh,
Kisa show. It just kind of has a better
uh,
ring to it with your name that in that order. That's all.
okay, that's what it is. Okay.
Yeah.
What platform is, people asking what platform it's going to be on. It's going to be on my page. On
Yeah.
what page, y'all? It's going to be. We're not see what we're not going to do. We're not going to start a whole bunch of new pages, right? If you're a friend
Yeah.
of ours, go to our page. All our shows are going to be on our pages, so it's not going to be difficult. Just go to the Joe Lockett Show page, and that's where any show that you see me on, you can always find my new shows on my page. Whatever shows Keisha's on, you can find on Keisha. You can find them on her page. You know, because trying to start up a whole new page doesn't make any sense. So anything
Yeah.
you see Joe Lockett going to be part of, I will be definitely, it will be on my page and then it will be on her page. It'll be on her YouTube page, be on my YouTube page. So it's going to be Wednesday, 10 o'clock a.m. MD. It's going to be Wednesday, 10 o'clock a.m. You guys can chime in from there, or you guys can watch it a little bit later. But we would love for you guys to chime in because this show, it's going to be different. Let me
Yeah.
just say that.
Yeah.
Because she's, okay, you tell them how it's going to be different, Keisha. Go ahead.
Well, this is what Joe likes to say, y'all. Number one, he calls us the odd couple. Now, I give him the credit. He came up with that. He says the odd couple because we like each other, but we're not in love with each other. So, ladies, don't panic. Mark it. Okay. Don't panic. I'm not trying to enter into you all space. It's all good. I'm just your sister who just has the
Right.
professional background, who can sit in that seat and who can antagonize him, who can ask him questions. And we're gonna, there will be a side in which we're gonna have a great time. I'm looking forward to that part. But also, Joe, I think we're gonna help some people. You've heard my story. I made a decision to really enter into that space. And it was kind of like an organic thing where you and I kind of saw each other at an event and we are like, look, what do you have going, man? What do you have going? Man, and it's just like the stars aligned where, where
Mhm.
it was just time for us to work together. And we talk about this often, like egos out of the way. We're trying to do some things that are going to be impactful.
Speak for yourself.
Say that what now?
I said, you speak for yourself. My ego ain't left. Yours probably have, a mine still here.
Just say hold that for me, right? Don't speak for you. So
Yeah,
I would just say me. Yeah, that's a good point. For me, it's egos out of the way. But when I saw some of the things and some of the conversations on social media and how people are really having problems connecting to one another. I mean, like you and I are in that 50-50 and fabulous space. So you would think that, we'd have it all together. But Joe, what I'm finding out is that we don't have it together. We just don't, not us per se, but some of our friends are really struggling. They're struggling. They're
right.
they're just struggling to connect. So that's why, and it was like, hey, I'm thinking about doing this. Hey, I'm thinking about doing this. Hey, why don't we come together and do something together? And I tell you what, it's long been my dream to really collab with people. I'm a collaborator. I love to collaborate with people. So I
Mhm.
just think it's just kind of a natural. And it's already so funny how everything's coming together. I certainly have a bent toward some things and an inclination toward some things. You have a bent toward other things, but that's what they do every day. What's the young lady? Hey, we're going to be the Black Kelly and Regis. How about that? Kelly
Ah,
and Regis. Well, we're going to be talking.
someone said that to me once. They saw our flyer when we said live with Keisha and Joe. Right? Somebody was like, "Oh, so y'all finna take y'all finna be the new kids, the black Kelly and Regis." I said, "No, we finna be the Black Keisha and Joe." Okay? You know, we
So
finna
we're
do
in
what
our
we.
own lane.
But
We are
yeah,
in
just
our
let you guys, whatever Keisha's doing on her page, y'all, with her platform and the shows that she has, she's going to be continuing to do those. The Joe Lockett Show is going to be doing what we do on our show. I know this is different, but when you are in this space, you have to figure out what works, right? And there are not many people that have different podcasts on, right? And Keisha and I said, you know something, let's change the landscape.
That's
Let,
it.
let's change the landscape, right? Keep
That's
your
it.
show and let's do another show. Why not? And hopefully, our dream for y'all is to see what we're doing, watch our success, and you guys go out there and be able to do the same thing. And and if I can help you guys in a way, if Keisha can help you in a way to build your platform, that's what we're here for. All right.
That's
Now,
good.
of course, I'm here for the mess, but at the end of the day, we want all y'all to succeed in this business, right? So, it's don't be afraid to go out there and jump and do what you got to go do, right? And having Kisa, being a part of what we do, being a part of what I do is I love working with her, y'all, because she is her background, she worked at ABC 3340, right? She's a news anchor, and she did that for years, right? One of the best in the business, right? And so I'm a radio talk show host, right? And so her background, we are different, but we are the same. What
Mhm.
she's good in, I'm not. And what
Mhm.
I'm good in, she's probably just as good in, but she just let me do it. So that is what it is. But there are certain things that I'm strong in and certain things that she's really strong in. And what I love about our chemistry is that at the end of the day, she's able to feel my dog spaces of what I'm doing, right? And vice versa. So always find, and she holds me accountable. That's what I really love. Exactly, Rachel. We complement each other very well. So that's what I love about Kisa, y'all. So, if you can ever team up with somebody, man, and what I love about us, there's no ego between the both of us, right? We
Yeah.
both, we push each other. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, you go do it. 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 We fight
Yeah.
over the bills. We got to go pay bills when we out to eat lunch. We fight over who's gonna pay for lunch. So
Yeah.
that's what the partner I want to be in business with. But I don't like her ass when we be on air because she be switching up on y'all, brother. I'm telling you. When we be on air, y'all, she be asking tough questions. And she thinks she's gonna be get me because I told her, don't mess around and get it twisted now. Just cause you cool with me, I'm gonna tell you a piece of my mind. So y'all come out Wednesday and Kisa, don't start with no mess on me on Wednesday because I don't want to hear from you. I'm just being honest.
I'm gonna stay. If I could start right now, I would. I'm just trying to be
Well, if
nice
you're
because hmm,
it's messing money. We can do it right now. I got some topics. You ready?
y'all. Well, let me give you a case in point. For instance, and Joe, you
Uh-huh.
said this. I'm trying to share the broadcast on my personal page. You said this. I like the fact that we're in this space and we're able to do this because part of you commented on this and a lot of people commented on this, but part of the deal is we're changing the landscape not only in terms of what we're offering out there in that broadcast arena with this podcasting, you and I both coming together, but even the fact of seeing a black woman and a black man entering into that space, number two. And number three, we are literally like professional buddies, like professional besties. And so it kills that myth, I think, too. No guy can really work with you and be your friend. That's whatever, whatever. I don't think that's the case at all. I have lots of guy friends and I wouldn't trade them for anything. So I think we're gonna change the conversation on a number of fronts,
Mhm.
personally and professionally. And like you said, the ultimate goal is to sprinkle some of that, help people connect, but also sprinkle some things out there in the atmosphere that show people what can be done. We are doing some things that are different, but I love the
Mhm.
the bringing together of the gifts or whatever at this time to be able to do that different thing. And we're going to have some fun, y'all, because you again, there's a struggle going on in that relationship arena, that man woman arena. I'm going to be the agitator. I'm going to be the facilitator, ladies. I'm just going to tell you. Joe says that I'm a Bible thumper. That's what he calls me. And he says that he's the now because look, because I
Y'all,
pray.
yes, you do. You pray. I'm a heathen, right? God's still working on my black ass, so it's okay.
You are, you are not a, but Joe says, oh yeah, you're by the book, Bible thumper. And I'm like, well, not really,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yes. Man, listen, I be saying something. You're like, no, really? No, stop. I'm like, listen. I'm gonna tell you how the hell it is. I'm not gonna even play with you, Keith. No, we're not gonna do that. Joe, it's okay. I'm gonna pray for you. You go ahead and keep praying for me. God works with you. So you and God, y'all work on. Let me know when you come together. Okay?
okay, I'll let you know. But I love it though, Joe, because you say you are a man of experience. So you are Mo. So look, I came up with a name for you today, Mojo.
What's that?
Mo
Mojo. But you know something? Most women want less Joe after they get more of me.
Mojo.
Hey, before I get into the show, how did you enjoy the photo shoot this weekend?
Man, that was so cool. Man, that was so. I mean, and anytime you hang out with Uncle Boz, man, that
Yeah,
consummate professional, cool
yeah.
as a cat, laid back. I mean, serious about his profession. And we
Yeah,
just being in that creative space. And you know, the funny thing that people don't see, people see us doing all these things and they see the images that are coming out for the promotional shoot and all that kind of stuff. But when you get
right.
three creatives in that space, Joe, what were we
We
doing?
working. We were sharing ideas. We was coming up with stuff. We were saying, well, you need to go do this. You need to go do this. And the crazy thing about it was, we were working. They were working harder on my platform than I was working on myself, and I was working harder on their platform than they was working on. So we was like bouncing each other ideas off each other for each other platform. What we see, what I see here when you're doing this here. What don't you think about this, and this? And when we left that room, a better person, and we shared so much knowledge. And man, like I said, at the end of the day, what y'all about to see come down the turnpike, man, is going to be phenomenal. And Keith, I'm gonna say this to you. I don't love you. I like you a lot, but I don't love you at all because you get on my damn nerve. But I can't wait to see what God got for us.
Good. Wonderful. That's the then it comes together. And I appreciate you, my brother. It
Mm.
people will not see and people don't see yet what is to come with you, but the eye that you have, like the Tyler Perry has this eye to produce and pull everybody together, and he has this big vision. Like, that's who you are. You know what I mean? Like, you're the visionary with all of these different things going, like the ultimate producer, you know what I mean? The puppet master. And
Right.
everybody's not able. Everybody's not able, Joe. I'm just going to tell you. So, we talked about it. We're not going to tell them because it's none of their business. All the things that you have coming up, we'll let them see. But
Yes.
but yeah, that your talent is something that's real serious. And I have to kind of
Uh,
encourage you along that arena, because not a lot of people have the gift that you have. Not a lot of people have it. They think they do,
and,
but they don't.
well, and vice versa, I have to give and yeah, we shine praise on each other, but I have to say this for you too, right? Because you don't work with just anybody, and for you to say okay to my idea, that was huge for me. Because I tell people, if you know her in this industry, you're working with the one and only Keisha Sharp, right? And so her name is really big here in Birmingham, Alabama, when it comes to CEO, TV, radio, and all that stuff. She's one of those people that is hard to get to. And for me to actually be able to do a show with her, have her number, and be able to call her and talk to her personally about a lot of different things when we're doing business, that means so much to me. Anywhere I go, this is the crazy part about us, y'all. I'm going to get into the show, but this is the crazy part about Keisha. When we're walking down the street, it ain't a stranger that we meet. There's always somebody that knows her, or I know them, or we both know each other. We know these people, right? So it's like every time we're walking down the street together, it's like either people are talking to us and we get into these phone conversations. I'm like, I don't want to walk down the street with you, because we can't never get to the point A, point B without being stopped. Honestly, we can't.
I know, right? Like I am she, like the person who stops everybody. Hey, how are you? And getting into these conversations. I am she.
And Keisha want to talk. She like to damn talk, y'all. She like to know, like, Keisha, we gotta go. You know what I'm saying? You remember me? We gotta get to Keisha, because she'll sit there and talk to the person. Girl, I remember that. Keisha, let's go, guys. Let's go.
Guilty.
Gotta do. All right, guys. So make sure you guys lock it in, man. We're gonna have a lot of fun on the brand new show, brand new podcast, live at Filter Party Cafe Wednesday, 10 o'clock. It'll be our first episode live on social media. If you follow us on our social media pages, we're gonna be on that platform right there. So thank you guys so much for that. Tam's in the building. What's up, Lady J? How y'all doing? We got a great show lined up for you. Keisha's gonna be my co-host today, y'all. And I want to get on the Joe Lockett Show. And I want to talk about this right here. Hey, Erica Bunker, how you doing, baby? I want to talk about this, E. I want to talk about this, Keys, right?
Mm.
When people say, be my peace, right? Really?
Mm.
What the hell do that mean? Because this is what I want to talk about on a Messy Monday. It's going to be Toxic Monday. Because when you say be my peace,
Yeah.
some of y'all are toxic as hell. And how the hell I'm going to be your peace when you toxic as hell?
Yeah.
Right? Be my peace. Your peace should have came before you met me.
Yeah.
I'm just being honest. When a man say, I need a woman to be my peace, or I need a woman, or women say, I need a man to be my peace. Please explain to me, ladies and gentlemen. Sugar so sweet. What does that mean? Who was that? Keisha Sharp? Yes, Keisha Sharp. Yes, that's Keisha Sharp. I don't know. I don't know if you know Sugar So Sweet, but she's asking, is that you? Yes, it's her.
Hey, Sugar.
That's yes, that's Sugar So Sweet. Yes, so Sugar So Sweet. Yes, that's Keisha Shop on social media, on Facebook and Instagram and all that good stuff. But yes, what does be your peace mean? Right, I really want to know because over the weekend I was listening to a conversation with some friends, and the one was saying, "Well, I can't be with nobody if they're not going to be my peace." Well, I told her, I said, honestly, you're probably not going to be with anybody, right? Because you're toxic as hell.
Yeah.
I mean, some of y'all are already toxic yourself, right?
Yeah.
You talking about being at peace, and you are the toxicity in the relationship. So before you talking about be your peace, please understand and ask everybody: Are you peaceful? Please be the peace in a relationship, because sometimes you got a peaceful person, and because of your nasty attitude and how demanding or egotistical you may be the toxic part of a peaceful relationship.
Yeah.
So I got a huge problem with that, sis. So what do you think about that?
I think I'm with you on both sides of the coin, and I'm in agreement with you. Number one, and ladies and gentlemen, this will not always be the case. Okay, just go ahead and set this up. It will not always be the case that we're going to be on the same side of this coin. However, let me, I'm real good, Joe, about providing a balance to it. So I'm with you that you can't, if you're going to be a toxic, dramatic, loud, non-peaceful person, you cannot go to someone and say, I need you to be my peace, when you are bringing all of the drama and the negativity and all of that negative air and everything else. Okay. But here's what you can say, and here's what I believe that they're saying. So if you're going to demand it, you need to be it. If you're going to demand that someone be the peace, you need to model that, because the question is, what are you bringing to them? So on balance, what I will say is, I will say, for a person who says, I'm out here hustling, I'm out here getting it, I'm working every day, trying to do better, I don't need that partner who's going to be toxic and who's going to cause me drama. I don't, and listen, a man or a woman, because it goes both ways these days, does not need to go out and fight the world, slay demons, hustle hard, be under stress, and then come home to drama, fussing, arguing inside of their own house. So I think when they are saying that, Joe, I think they are saying, I want a partner who understands and respects that I've got to get out in the world and I've got to get it. It doesn't play fair. It's dog eat dog. But when I come home, I want my home to be peaceful. I want, and it's not pie in the sky. Not that we're not going to have issues, but I don't need you dogging me out. I don't need you causing me any stress, and I don't need you to cause me any undue drama.
But okay, that sounds nice, and I hear you, sis, but I got to push back on you a little bit.
Push back.
That's BS. Push back. I'm telling you, because you chose me.
Okay,
and you know what I was.
Not true.
You know what I was. What's being not true? You didn't do your homework. I didn't become toxic all of a sudden.
People yes, they can. People.
No, they didn't. No, that man was toxic in his last relationship and relationship before that. You just didn't check around enough, because he said some stuff, or he laid it down right to you, and you was okay with that, and you was like, okay, we good. He showed you his best side, but then when he got you and he locked you down, he locked you in. He took my last name and locked in on you. Now all of a sudden, now you see his bad side. Now you want him to be your peace in your storm. No, you brought a storm into your house because you didn't do your homework. That's your fault.
Okay. Even if it is, okay, I get you on that. So let me be the balance on that. Even if it is my fault, we are ever changing, we are ever growing, we are ever evolving. So I have a right, even if I did not know, even if I stepped into the relationship and let's say I made a mistake and I was like, and I said, oh, I didn't see this part of you. Part of change and part of evolving is saying, I don't like what you're doing. I need you to change this. That's mature. That's grown folks, because I'm sorry, Joe, I just don't think that we're going to enter in a relationship and everybody's going to do or be everything we want them to do or be. People are going to change. People are going to have off days. So sure, you can enter in that space, and for the most part, they can model what you want to see while you're dating. But listen, when we wake up and we have to wake up in the morning and we have morning breath, when we have stress on us, when we're just getting out and we're getting the crust out of our eyes, life starts lightning. Okay, life starts lightning. So we can say all we want. Oh, you knew what? No. Some people are masters at disguise. I'm gonna push back on you on that. Some people are masters disguise, and they don't show you everything up front. And if I'm out there, y'all help me out.
No. Go ahead. No.
I'm gonna
say. Y'all Stevie Wonder, Helen Keller looking people. Y'all get on my nerves. Y'all really do, okay? Because y'all act like y'all don't see. It's right there the whole time. It's right there. What you thought, what you don't like now, you thought was cute when you was dating. You thought it was cute when you was dating. It looked good when you was dating that man, okay? The way he was, the things he said, the man that he took. You know what I'm saying? When he would be a little upset, you were like, okay, I got it. Look at my baby. He got a little thug in him. He got a little roughneck in him. But then you really get to see that guy. I'm trying to tell you, guys don't move far off their square, y'all. We don't. We don't all of a sudden. Yeah, we are a master in disguise. I'm going to agree with you to a point on that. But this is what I tell y'all on this show every time, all the time. It never changes. God gave y'all a gift that he didn't give me. You have the innate ability to feel and see and understand things before it happens.
Okay.
You choose to turn it off when you like the guy, when you see something. It's either the money or the deed, or you know what I'm saying, or the way he's spending time with you. You want that, so you turn off the innate ability that God gave you. You said, forget that. He didn't check enough boxes for me. And then you roll with it, and then all of a sudden you get with this guy, and then the couple things that you didn't like, guess what you do? Now it becomes your problem. And now that's my problem because you chose me. And I'm looking at you like, you knew who I was. You saw that happen. You saw how I treated my friends. You saw how I treated my mama. You saw how I treated my brothers and sisters. You see how I treat you see how I treat people at work.
Oh,
the man does not change.
Two things I gotta add. I have to interject right there. Number one, maybe they didn't see that because it is possible that in a dating relationship, it is because maybe they didn't put the time that they needed into, or maybe they didn't. And I would almost say that is 90% of it, that you don't spend enough time to see that person in every situation. Because if you ask me now, I would say that you need to see a person when they're extremely upset. I think you need to see a person when they don't get their way. I think you need to see a person when life is going great. I think you need to see a person when life is not going so great. So I think it's about getting information, but enough of that, because let me deal with the people who may be in a situation and who are saying, dang, okay, I did miss the sign. Well, that's like trying to unscramble an egg. There's nothing that they can do. So what I'm saying to you, Joe, is if they did it, if they made the mistake, here's the question, and here's where I push back, and here's what I would say as a woman, I would say if I love someone, if I know that I have a behavior that is offensive to them or problematic, I'm willing to change. I don't think that's pie in the sky. I think that's called grown folks' business. There's no way that you can tell me that couples stay married over 50 years. Listen, if the seasons change, if we have a winter, spring, summer, fall, we change. We are in the spring, the summer, the fall of our lives, and in the winter of our lives. So we don't even, and kudos to the folks who get married real early in their 20s and they don't know what the heck that they want. You mean to tell me that they don't evolve after being in their 20s and now they're 50? They've completely changed. But for them to stay together, they have a partner who's willing, Mr. Joe Lockett, to work with them and to evolve with them. I'm not saying change completely.
Or your ass settle and you give in, right? You acquiesce to your other partner.
Okay.
Because that's what a lot of women do.
Okay. What do they do?
Because of why they married that guy, because of the protection, right? Or because of the security. They acquiesce and they say forget it, and they start to live an unhappy, toxic life with that guy because they're too afraid to leave. The ones who don't like it, they get up and leave. Because that's this true. Is what happened in these cases. Y'all can get mad at me. I don't care. It's messing money. It's Joe Lockett show, right? Hanging up with the one on the beautiful she's on the show today. But I'll be honest with y'all later. Most of y'all, right, the strong ones, you say I had enough, I'm out of here, and you leave. Because this is what really happens. Right? 9 times out of 10, most men don't change. Women change, most men don't.
You don't think most men would change or are willing to change? You don't think so?
Because most men gonna say, right? A lot of men, I can't say most men, I'm gonna say a lot of men gonna say, you knew who I was like this already. Why the hell I need to change? And most men, let me just say this, a lot of men gonna say, I don't love you enough to change. I like who I am. See, the man, most men or some men go into a relationship knowing who the hell they are already.
Yeah.
A lot of y'all women don't know who you are. You become who you need to be for your husband. A man do not go into a relationship trying to figure out who he's gonna be as a husband. He walk into that relationship standing on business. He knows who he is, right? And if he change a little bit, some men feel they lose a piece of themselves. So some men are not going to change. There are men that will change for you because he loves you that much, right? But there are some men, and a lot of men are not going to change. That's why y'all wind up divorcing. That's why 2 out of 3 divorces, 2 out of 3 marriages wind up in divorce. And more women file for divorce than men. Why? Because men don't change much. Y'all divorcing us because you want to. You divorcing us because we didn't change.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't have a problem with that. But and I would just, this is what I would say about it though. I still push back on that, men saying I'm not going to change. You knew who I was, because I will say it like this. I'm gonna keep it on the simplest level. When we become older and we start to notice, okay, I've gained a little bit of weight. I need to lose some weight. So therefore, I need to get up. I need to start exercising. I need to eat better. I need to make some changes in order to keep my sexy, to attract either my wife, or if I'm not married, the opposite sex. I may not want to get up and drink a smoothie. I may not want to get up and run at 5 o'clock in the morning, but I'm going to do it because I know if I continue going on this track, eating unhealthy and being unhealthy, it does not bid well for my future. So I would submit to you, Mr. Lockett, that most men, now I hear you loud and clear, because here's what I will say. I'm going to be that person who's going to have my thought process, but I also am going to admittedly say, I don't understand men fully. And I don't understand how you all think. So I am on here as a curious observer, and I'm also here as a learner. I cannot contest you on some things. I'll push back and I'll just say, well, let's think about this, or let's look at this scenario. That's what I want you to understand. And ladies and people and Joe and everybody else, that's why I'm here. I'm really that curious observer, and I'm really that person to advocate. But I would just say, Joe, as a woman, I think as a person, if I realize that I'm headed down a cliff, for instance, let me give you another example as I think about that just kind of came up. So if I understand in a relationship, if I've been in 3 marriages, okay, I have divorced, the common denominator of all of those is who? Teaching purposes only, me, okay, or the person. So I can easily say, oh, it's their fault. I married this person who was this, I married that person. But at the end of the day, if I want to be successfully married, I'm going to really have to take a hard look at. So if I don't want to be married, I can say, you know what, forget it. I'm better off by myself. I don't need to change. I don't need any of that. So the only thing I'm saying is maybe that's true. Maybe guys are who they are and say, I don't want to change. But this is what I say. I want that person, and I want to be that person who's willing to change, as long as it's not doing anything detrimental or harmful or whatever. I want to be that person who changes, and I want to have that person who says I'm willing to not change myself and be someone totally different. But if it's a behavior that I'm saying that bothers me a little bit, or can we talk about it, or can we compromise? I'm a collaborator. I'm sorry, I can't help it. So I just wonder if you love, would you be willing to change? Not you, but people as a general rule. Is it that if you really love that person? Yeah.
Tams on TikTok and E on TikTok, they make very valid points, right? If a man if he meets the right woman, he will change. But let me say this: most women marry the wrong man.
Ooh, ooh,
Again,
ooh, ooh. That just hit me somewhere. Come on, brother. Let's talk about that.
most
Let's talk
women
about that.
marry the wrong man because yes,
Ooh,
a man would change for the right woman, right? But again, if you ain't married the right man, he's not changing for you. And a lot of you didn't marry the man because he was in love with you or you was in love with him. You married him for different reasons. And I
sure.
agree with you. I'm not giving men a lot of credit here, right? Because what I'm saying is a lot of times, right? People get married these days. Very few people get married that are truly in love with one another. A
Yeah.
lot of people are getting married because of, we spent so much time together. I don't want to get back on either of these streets. We got our issues, but we go ahead and get married. Okay.
Mm-hmm,
Or
mm-hmm,
you like, I'm
mm-hmm.
not going to be in a relationship any longer if you don't put a ring on my finger. It's like, I'm always, you damn if you do, you damn if you don't. How many people stay in relationships, right? And decide, let's spend some time, let's figure this thing out, and let's get married because we truly love each other. And I'm going to say this, I'm not trying to be Mr. Right on this. I could be completely wrong, but the statistics don't lie. Two
Yeah.
out of three marriages,
Yeah.
people wind up getting divorced.
Yeah.
So that tells you, right?
Yeah.
You can't say I did my homework on the car and the car break down to you in 1 year. You didn't
Yeah.
take it to the mechanic and put it on the machine. You,
Yeah.
you, you, you didn't do your homework on it.
I'm with
Something you missed somewhere. Y'all can sit there and say, Joe, you did this, whatever. Y'all can get mad as hell at me, that's fine. But the statistics don't lie. Women divorce men more than men divorce women.
you.
Why y'all divorce a man that asks you for your hand in marriage and when your ass could have said no?
Well, I have an opinion. I think men don't want to admit to the failure of it, number one. And number two, I think, okay, well, you know what? This is messy Monday. So let's go ahead and be messy. Let's go right in. Look, Joe, gloves off. You can't see I'm rolling my sleeves up. I
My
think
sleeves are you roll down
I
to that.
oh,
Wait,
the
roll
glove.
my
Look, look,
oh, let's
Joe.
go. Go ahead. You roll my sleeves up and unbutton my bottom. Go ahead.
So let me tell you what I think. I think that because the statistics overwhelmingly support exactly what you said. You're exactly right. 70% in the event of divorce, in 70% of cases, it is the woman who files for the divorce. Why don't men file? Number one, I think that a lot of them want and I might be wrong, guys. If I'm wrong, y'all help me. Women, if I'm wrong, y'all help me. Could it be, I'm throwing out possibilities here, could it be that they want their cake and their icing too? In other words, why would I give up this wife who is giving me all the benefits? We may not be getting along quite right, but hey, we've made a happy home.
Mhm.
We can go on and we get together occasionally. For the most part, it's okay. And guess what? I can still be out here in the street. I can have my work wife. I can have my chick on the side, or two or three chicks on the side. I've got the best of
Mhm.
both worlds. Where am I going? Why would I break that up and then have to break up my home, have to give her half, when if we just go ahead and stay here together and just, hey, it's not perfect, but hey, we
Mhm.
it's overall okay. And then so sometimes I don't know that if I think really guys are in reality, number one. Number two, as the old folks used to say, it's cheaper to keep her. It's cheaper to
Yeah,
keep her.
bring MD on, but I want to say this before I bring him on, y'all. If y'all just locking in right now, on the incomparable, the one and only, my new co-host of our new show, Keisha and Joe. She's on joining me to be my co-host today. But I want to say this before I bring MD on.
Yeah.
Y'all was saying in the comments, I see it and I agree with y'all. But see, you said you hit a hurt dog is gonna holler, right? And that's what's happening today. A lot of y'all, I'm just being honest, right? Because I get what y'all are saying,
Mm-hmm.
but it's far in between of what you are saying because we see more of the latter. And
Mm-hmm.
again, ladies don't want to take the fall for what you have neglected to do for a long time, and that's your homework,
Yeah.
and that's your research, right? And being patient. You can, like I said, I know it don't sound good what I'm saying, but I'm just being very honest. If you choose the right man, right, and take your time, you probably won't get a divorce so quickly. Why are you getting a divorce within 2 to 3 years? Right?
Agree.
If you get a lifetime together, how the hell your marriage end in 5 years?
You
That's
agree.
nowhere near the lifetime that you thought it was. Somebody missed something somewhere. Yes, people change, but yes, you missed something because why? You was too eager to get the ring on your finger because you don't want to play no more games with anybody else. And if you want me, marry me, and damn, all hell be hell, let the ship sail on and we'll figure it out. And when you can't figure it out, you're like, I don't like you, out. Instead of taking your time. Yes, there are guys that love you. Yes, but let me ask you, ladies, do you really fall in love with the guy that truly loves you? Or do you fall in love with the guy that you want to fall in love with you because he has what you want him to have? And he can provide the life that you want him to provide. The guy that y'all really like was your ex. A lot of times, the guy that loved you really hard and hurt you the worst is that ex. And that new guy that you liked, that you fall in love with, is completely opposite. And it's something about him that you like that's calming, but it's something about him that you sort of don't like because he ain't got that what your ex had. But you couldn't be with your ex because he wasn't the calming piece that you needed. But the person that y'all really like to hurt your heart was your ex. And the guy that you marry a lot of times is the opposite of that, and that's what you need. But here's the problem with you love him, but you're not in love with him. And you tell yourself, go ahead, sis.
Ooh, I have a thought about that because this is where I am. I guess, and this is where the solutions part of me comes in. My thing is this. I don't know that I think marriage is all about love, bruh. I don't know that I think marriage is all about love. I think marriage is a commitment. Marriage is for grown folk. So if I'm in this thing and I may not have chosen right, my motives may not have been right, your motives may not have been right, you may have chosen wrong. I may not physically look like the woman that you thought, but I just have this blind faith and I have this just blind optimism. Well, maybe not blind, but I really have an optimism that says if we work together in this thing, because sometimes some folks are in that situation. There's nothing that you can do. You're there, you're in it, but I will say it takes two to tango. You sure can't fix it by yourself. But I'm just saying, oh, I thought you said something, but I'm not saying that, but I think that once you're in it, I think mature people say we're in it now. How do we fix this? How do we work on it? I think that's maturity. And I can't reminisce on my past. I can't reminisce on who the guy is not, because quite often, I'll be honest with you, as a mature woman, what you need and what you need at this space is not what you thought you needed at age 25. It's not what you thought you needed at age 30.
Thank you. It says, can y'all just listen to what I'm saying here? Y'all marry the man you need at the moment.
Yeah.
A lot of women are hurting.
Yeah.
A lot of women have been through something. And y'all married the man at the worst time in your life because he's doing what you need him to do because you don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
That's the honest God truth. A lot of y'all, so I'm gonna say all, but women that get a divorce within a couple of years, you married that guy at your lowest point, and you're tired. You see these posts, you see women, and you talk to them. I'm tired of life. I'm tired of paying these bills, right? When you find a man that's going to take that load off of you, you're going to forgive him for what he's not, for the other stuff that he's not doing until you find out that you marry him and you don't like him like that for real. But you needed somebody to relieve your stress because you, as a woman, feel I'm a beautiful woman. Why I got to pay my bills? Why I got to pump my gas? Why I got to take out the trash? Why I got to call a roofer? Why I got to do the plumbing? So when this guy coming in and he's doing that, you forgive his ass for all that other crap that you know that you do. You forgive him for that because he relieves your stress. But then after you get him,
so after
everything else, right?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And now that becomes a problem. And I'm not saying this is every woman, but what I'm saying is if you be going through a divorce and you used to your husband doing all this stuff and you become a single woman and you have to wind up doing it. And you get a guy that look good, smell good, and got the good deed with you, right? And you're with him and he's doing everything right for about 6 months. You looking for a ring at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Now you're not paying attention to some of that little small seller stuff
I
because guess
agree with
what?
you. I agree
You
with you.
haven't had the good stuff that he's doing. But
Yeah.
once you marry him, yes, that becomes automatic. That's what a husband's supposed to do. And now you see his bad parts.
Yeah.
Now you start to understand because now you're comfortable. Now
Yeah.
that weight is off of you, that cloud is off of you, and now you see him for who he truly is, and now you're mad at him. And he's looking at you like, you knew who the hell I was before. No, you didn't, because he was lifting that cloud off of you, right?
Yeah.
He was taking that burden off of you. You needed some fix, you need some money. He was there. You was not looking at his bad points, and you was not looking for them.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
So here's the question I pose for you. I'm with you on that, and I can't disagree. What I'm hearing you say is sounds like then we got to spend a whole bunch more time instead of just rushing into some of these things. We got to spend a whole bunch more time getting to know each other and seeing each other when it's good, bad. Because what I'm gonna tell you, like one of my good friends said, bro. He said, let me tell you now, you'll like this too. He said, a man cannot be consistent about that which he does not care about. Does that sound familiar?
Very familiar. Yes, I agree with that.
Because you said it. You said a man cannot be consistent about that which he does not care about. So my question is to you, because I'm going to go now into facilitator mode and ask you, so is the solution then? Okay, so let me do two sides. Is the solution to spend more time up front and to really get to know that person, even if it takes a couple of years or several years? Is that the solution? Because what I sense, Joe, is we're helping some people who are in a situation right now. We got to talk to those people who are in that situation, and they're wanting to go to the wedding chapel. They want to get married. They want to have some thighs in bed with them tonight, some thighs and some wings, some legs and arms. So what would you tell them to take their time? What else? What would you tell them?
I would tell them to back off, right, and take your emotions out of it, right? You know, and I would tell women to take your emotions out of what you're doing and look at this guy. If you was on a cliff, right, would he come for you? How long would he hold you up? Right? Is this the man that truly got is this the man that truly got your back? Or is it the man you put in love with this guy because of what he's doing for you? See, ladies, you got to ask yourself a question. Do I love him because, or do I love him? Listen to what I just said. That's powerful.
Yeah.
Do I love him because, or do I love him?
Just him, without anything added to it. Just him.
That's the difference, ladies.
Wow.
Do I love him because he can take care of me? Because he can do this? Because he can do that? Or do I just love him? Most of y'all don't love him. You love him because, and when you start to see him, now you got problems. Now he's toxic. Now he's the wrong guy because you say he didn't change. No, I'm gonna say this to you ladies again. Listen to what I'm saying. When the cloud get lifted off of you and you don't have to worry about those small things anymore, that's when you take your blinders off and you see him. Now you start complaining about what you see. He was there the whole time.
You just couldn't see it because you were blinded.
Men do not change often, ladies. You see what you want to see because of what we put in front of you. But like I've said many times, what Keith just said, we cannot be consistent for a long period of time. We're not that patient, so we'll rather be the dog who we are. We cannot. We can't. We are who a man cannot be a man because of his core. If I'm gonna bust your ass, I'm gonna bust your ass. You see what I'm saying? If I'm not, I'm not. If I'm a punk, I'm a punk. I may fight you one time, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna grow into this lion all of a sudden. I'm gonna, when things get tough, I'm gonna be who I am, because when I'm back into a corner, either I'm a dog or I'm a kid. Which one am I? Either I'm an angry person or you know what I'm saying? When you back me into that corner, that's why I say, ladies, wait.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
You know what I'm saying? Spend time with that person on a messy Monday. I'm being honest. Y'all make rash moves because you're too hurt. You're too much in a hurry. I'm not gonna let you play me. I'm not gonna waste my time, out here playing games. If you done got a divorce, you already wasted your time.
That's good.
Okay?
That's good.
You already wasted your time. So now you put that pressure on yourself and the next man, like, well, we got to hurry up and do this within the next year or two because I'm not going to play games with you. You're playing more games when you rush the game.
Ooh.
The game is the game. There's 4 quarters in the game. Just because you decide to do 2 quarters, right? That's on you. That's because your ass is impatient. The game gonna be the game. Because if that man or that woman's for you, she will be for you what she is today, tomorrow, and forever. But what y'all do is today. Y'all don't have no idea what the hell tomorrow will look like. When tomorrow comes, you're mad as hell at somebody, and now you want a divorce in 5 years.
Ooh, that's no, that's legit. I'm trying to figure out how to recover. I'm trying to figure out how to recover on it. I'm about to. It just hit me, Joe, how to share this out to the to my folks to come to watch this. So I'm like, oh, I need to share this out. Okay, so you've talked to now, whether we like it or not, ladies. He just helped us. Okay, whether we like it or not, he just helped us. He just laid everything on the line. So, Joe, now I need you to talk to the women or to the men even who are in a situation. Who are in a situation right now, who they're dealing with it. They're ready to pack up their bags and go because it wasn't what they thought. It is different. And now I want you to be on balance with this, because in some situations, they may actually need to leave. I don't, or that's my opinion. What do you think about that?
Well, I'm gonna say this to the women, right? If you're in a relationship or a marriage with a guy, especially if you're in a relationship and you got a question about him, walk away. Okay, it's very that simple. Because with a man who loves you, you never have a question about him. Okay, this is what y'all don't really want to hear from me, but this message, and I'm gonna keep it real. If you got a question of is he cheating on you, walk away. Because
I'm saying, how do they do that if they're in the relationship? They can't do it if they're in the relationship. You can't just walk away, can you?
If you're not married and you're in a relationship and you're questioning whether your man is cheating you, you're questioning, do he love you?
Yeah.
You are in the wrong relationship, because a man that truly loves you, there is no questions.
That's good. I believe that. That's good.
Let me say that again. A man that's in love with you, there is no questions that you need to have. He will be at home. He's going to answer his phone. He's going to slap you on the booty. He's going to kiss you. He's going to make sure you're good. He's going to provide and protect. 2 P's we always talk about on the show. He's going to do all of those things. There will be no question to do that. If you are questioning that, you are with the wrong person. And the only reason why you question him, because you chose him not because you love him. Ooh. That's why you question. That's what this because and love him, because if you're sitting there questioning and trying to hold on, what you holding on to? You holding on for the because. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Because he's doing this, because he's doing that. I'm talking to people in relationships, right? Not the marriage, but the people in relationship. You're holding on because.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because ain't nothing, you ain't got no ring on your finger. The law ain't said you can't go nowhere. You ain't getting half. You can walk away. Well, we got kids together. Well, that was your dumb. That was your dumb part. When we shoot up the club, that was on you.
Well, let me ask, because boy, this is good. This is good. What are people? Okay, so to the folks who are dating, to the people who don't have the ring on the finger and who are not obligated, what could possibly be holding them there? Is it fear? Is it desperation? Why are they?
It's all of that. Fear, embarrassment, not want to look bad to their friends, right? Don't know what they're going to do. After some women, they got themselves so entangled with this guy that if they leave that guy, their lifestyle change. A lot of women, again, you don't want that cloud over your head, right? And I'm not saying all women depend on men. I'm not saying that, because there are women that are balling, that are handling their business. But boss women walk away. Let me say that. Boss women know when boss women, they're not gonna play games with you. They'll leave you with they could have bought a house or apartment and a brand new car, and they'll walk the hell away and go get another one to forget you. Women that are there because those women have a harder time walking away, because number one, you haven't made your own money. When that man started paying for stuff, you didn't save your money. You kept spending your money.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you got to get in a position now that he's going to take care of my hair, my nails, and all this other stuff, and everything else, whatever he's taking care of. You didn't prepare yourself with the money that now you have.
Yeah.
You start to spend your frivolous things, and
Yeah.
now that you don't have what you see, now you're looking for another sugar daddy.
Mm.
You see, now you need somebody to place because you don't like what he's putting out, right? So now you're looking for somebody else to take his place because now you done messed that up. You made the wrong choice, but you're gonna make another wrong choice because you're going into another situation for a man to provide and protect, and you love him because you don't love the man. Like I said, get mad at me today. I really don't give a flying flip about that. But a lot of women get married because how many women can say, I love this man regardless?
Mm-hmm.
Because you love him regardless, and he loved you regardless, your ass would be still married to your ex.
So
He's
you're
still been married. You filed for divorce.
Yeah. You are touching on so many things today because is it possible that there are people who really don't know what love is, Joe?
Yes.
If we're making these mistakes, if we are seeing all these red flags, if we're holding on because of what we think is love, if we are getting married because of what we think we need or want or whatever, is it really possible that we don't really know what love is and we don't know what it looks like and how to make it endure? Is that possible? And if so, why don't we know what love looks like? And is this possible, Joe? We've grown up in a generation where, someone could argue with me on this, but is it possible that we don't have any images of what love looks like in our community, that women have not had the father there to show them what love is or what real men do? Is that possible?
That's very possible. It's 58 minutes after the hour. You guys are locked into the Joe Liker Show on Message Monday. We got the one and only Keisha Sharp. She's in the building. We got a new show starting on Wednesday at the one and only Filter Coffee Parlor downtown. You guys make sure you lock it into our brand new show. Follow us on social media. We'll be going live there on Wednesday at 10 o'clock. And we're talking about the day about y'all toxic ass. I am on Message Monday. And Keisha's my co-host. And I'm going to answer your question, Keisha. Yes, it is very possible that we don't know what love is. Okay, but this is what I'm gonna keep going back to, right? Yes, I didn't know what love was. I didn't know what love looked like because when I grew up, love looked like abuse and financial security. Okay, that's what I grew up in. It was abuse and financial security. And if you got a roof over your head and food on the table and clothes on your back, that's love, right? That's what a lot of us grew up in, whether you're black, white, Hispanic, or Asian. That's what a lot of us grew up in the 70s, 80s. That's what it looked like, right? Some of us grew up in loving homes. Some of us saw our mom and dad hug and kiss and all that other stuff, and some of us did. I didn't. I was not privy to that part. Love for me was, at the end of the day, right? If you got food on the table, a roof over your head, and clothes on your back, I love you.
Yeah.
Right? So we go into the world, and that's what we do. Mama took it, so the women took it. That's what the men saw the dads do, so that's what the men go out there and do. But let me say this: a lot of women don't marry for love. They marry for help.
Wait a minute. Women marry for love?
A man sees a woman needs help and he comes in and he helps her. He sees what you need and he comes in and help her. See, I know the word sounds hard, right? And I'm not talking to the boss woman who got your life together, got your own crib and doing your thing and making the money. I'm talking about the women who don't have things.
Okay.
Women who done messed up.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
That got the kid or the two kids by baby dad or a different baby dad, living in an apartment, 30 years old, trying to figure it out, trying to get with the next dude right now, hoping that she's gonna find a good dude because she want to do right by her kids. That's the woman I'm talking about.
Okay.
She can't really marry for love because she got to be a mom now. This is what we see a lot in America, okay? Whether you white or black, this is what happens. You wind up having kids with the wrong guy. You don't marry them or you get a divorce from them. Now you are with the kid or kids, and now you got to find a man that's going to love you and your kids. And yes, there will be somebody that will love you and your kids. You're not a bad product, but you're a tough product. Because now you, regardless of who you're with, you still got to be a mom. you still got to deal with the inside as a woman. I got with this guy and he was no good for me.
Yeah.
And I got to raise kids by myself. Some men do child support and be there for their kids. Some men don't. The women who deal with the men, guess what? They're in the marketplace looking for another man now. But guess what? They are very protective now. Because now I got kids with a guy who screwed me over and I trusted him. I'm not going to trust you as much. So now I got to make sure that I got to get women go into the marketplace. Y'all get mad, but this is true. Women go into the marketplace, I got to get mine. I'm not going to be screwed over no more. I'll be damned if I'm going to let you hurt me again, right? Nothing wrong with that. But what is she going to get? Is she looking for love or is she looking for something that's going to satisfy her for what she needs because of what she's been through? That's up for y'all to decide. I'm not going to go out there and make any judgment call on what a woman had to do because of the situation that she got herself in and what she chosen to do in her life. But what I'm saying is these are real things we'll talk about on Messy Monday. And I don't think everybody marry for love.
Oh, they don't. They don't. I'm with you on that. People marry for means. And let me throw the balance in there. Because I can say that it goes both ways. I believe that there are men who are not marrying women because they love them. I believe I believe that if you let me know, there's a joke that kind of is going around now, and it's a terminology where you have all these sassy men. That's kind of like the description where it's like, oh, I'm not gonna introduce myself to you. I'm not going to meet you. I'm not going to talk to you. And that men have all these requirements and standards. And and in my mind, I'm thinking, where have we gotten so off? So I hear everything that you're saying in terms of women who get married for the wrong thing. So you would have more of an inclination of knowing that because you're single, you're out there, you're in the streets. But I would just say I'm not out in the streets and single or anything like that. But what I'm saying is, I think that there's a whole crop. I think that there's a whole crop of men, and I've talked to women who say that, some of my women friends who say, the game has changed, that men are looking now for women of means as well. So the problem is, yes, go ahead. Yes. I saw you say yes,
no,
yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this.
Yes.
This is where you're a damn fool, right? And I'm saying is you're a damn fool if you get with a man, if you got means, you get with a man that got less than you. Let me say that to you women again. I pointed to the camera. If you're a woman of means and you get with a man that got less than you, you're a damn fool because he cannot provide you and help you with anything. You got to stop taking on projects. There shouldn't be a project. Women, if you didn't got your life together, it should not be your damn project. You go get a project in the house, you paint a room, hang up a light, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. But a man should never be a woman's project. A man, we are put here to lead, okay? You can help a man, give his ass a donation, give to charity, but if you're a woman of means, you should never, ever, ever be in a situation where you got a man that's a project that you're trying to help up. Because you can't help a grown-ass man in his 40s and 50s to get on his damn feet if he was already off his feet in his 40s and 50s. You didn't do that to him. You didn't go through that struggle with him. That ain't your responsibility, ladies. Fellas, you can take on that because you're a man, you can handle it. But a woman should never have to take care of a grown-ass man. I'm sorry, but this shit. No.
Oh, no, I agree with you there, but let me give you, Leslie says, say that. Let me give you the balance on that though, because I think if a woman says that if you are a 6 or 7 figure chick, so are you saying that there is a man who is not making 6 or 7 figure, he may be a 5-figure dude. Are you saying that 5-figure dude cannot come alongside and support and be a good man to the 6-figure chick when
why is he with you? See, as a woman, this is when you got to use your innate ability that God gave you. If you're 5 figures, okay, why is he with you? Right? Is he asking you for favors? Is he asking you for network? Is he asking you for hookup? Or is he in love with you, or he in love with you because? The same thing goes for you, ladies. Is he in love with you, or is he in love with you because of who you are and who you could get connected to? See, there's a difference when if I love you, right? Because I don't give a damn about your money. I'm gonna be there whether it's gone or not because I love you. We gonna make it back together, baby. If I'm in love with you because, right, I'm constantly asking you to do this or help me do this or do you know this? You know what I'm saying? In that relationship, wherever you're going, you want to see him asking or private or easing his way into your weaving his way into your net worth, not your value of who you are.
So what? Okay, I'm with you, Larry. Look, LaShawn threw up her hands. Larry says I disagree with that. He said, Larry, explain what you disagree with. Do you think that I'm on balance with this? I'm on balance because I see situations where a woman can make a lot of money and a man can come along and say, "Hey, I love you." But I do think you have to have a litmus test there to understand what's in place. And I think you just gave it in what you're talking about in saying that if you're going to come alongside me, whether it could be either or. I disagree with that part. Oh, okay. We've got another brother who said, I disagree with that part too, brother. Mr. Santos, who says he's disagreeing with you about, and what are y'all disagreeing with, guys? Are y'all saying that guys who make less than women can't, that they can love her as well? I'm thinking that's what they're taking attention with, because
he can. Let me make sure y'all fellas are clear, okay? Because we all men here. You can love that woman, right? But if you love that woman, she would never have to question about the money part, right? You're gonna love her regardless. You didn't marry her or fall in love with her because of who she is or what she got. You fell in love with her because you see her, what you can do for her, and you love that woman and she loves you. A woman should never if a man love a woman, she would never have to question do he love her.
True.
Y'all can't disagree with that, right? A man who loves a woman, it would never be about her net worth. Right? It's because, baby, I love you.
Okay, so let me go ahead and get into it then. Okay.
Sure.
Well, okay. So what to avoid getting in a situation where you think that this guy loves whatever, but he really doesn't? What does a woman need to look for? If there is that situation where the woman makes more money than the man, what does she need to look for, and what will he be doing to make sure he loves her as opposed to what her can bring to the table? What will he do?
I see people saying, we put way too much emphasis on money. And I agree. I think we put way too much emphasis on money. But when it comes down to it, you ask most people why they're getting a divorce. Either they cheated or the money ain't right. Okay. But to answer your question, sis, is this here, right? I think when you're in a relationship, right, action will always speak louder than words.
True.
When I was in love with a woman, right? When I was in love, there was nothing as a man. I'm just going to talk about me now. I'm not going to talk about me and Joe. I'm talking about Joe Locker.
Okay.
When I was in love with a woman, there was nothing that I would not do for her. I woke up in the morning. I went to bed. I got up and went to work because I wanted to make her happy, and I wanted to make my wife proud of me. That was my mission in life.
Yes.
She never wanted for anything. Whatever she needed, I knew what she needed to do because I was in sync with what she needed and what she wanted. So I did things that I knew that was going to make her happy and proud of me. I didn't do anything out of that. There was nothing else in life that was important to me. When I went out into the world, I did whatever I needed to do to make sure that when it was all said and done, that when I got home, I wanted my wife to be proud of me, and I wanted to be proud of her. I wanted to be her biggest cheerleader when I was in love with that woman.
Yeah.
I didn't want her to guess or think about anything about did I love her. The text messages, the flowers, the time, the lunches, right? When you're in that mode and you loving a woman, you're working now and you're happy because you're working. You see what I'm saying? I can put up with Mr. Charlie if I know why I'm putting up with Mr. Charlie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know that, I want to make sure that we got food on the table. I need to go on that trip with my wife. I need to plan that trip with my wife. You know what I'm saying? Because these are the things she's out there doing her stuff. And a man goal most times if he's married to a woman, or she don't have to work as hard. Let her money be her money. That is my goal for my wife when she's working. It is not my goal that we need to go 50-50, right? No, her money, stack that paper, baby, so you can get out in this day together and let me take care of the house. You save the money for us. That is most men's goal when you love a woman and she's in sync with you. A lot of us, it took me a long time to understand that. I'm talking from the mature Joe like a more man of experience. I'm talking from that guy point of view now. But
Okay.
when you love a, that's what we do. We strive to retire you. Most men don't want their wife to have to go out there and work to help pay the bills, but that's
Yeah.
just a reality now. But if I could pay all the bills and my wife stay at home, or her money goes into our bank account and just pay for our retirement, and she stack up pay for our retirement while I pay the house off, that's the bomb dilly D right there. You see what I'm saying? Not right. You see what I'm
Let me
saying? I pay the house off. You stack the paper for our retirement and our trips. So the money that you got, my money, I'm paying all the bills. But when our trips and all the necessity stuff, that's what your money goes towards, and you're saving for us. That's what we're doing. We're not putting away secret bank accounts for a rainy day. And if you leave me, that's what love looks like. We have gotten away from that. We've gotten away from, now we're into the anticipation. Well, what if he does this? What if she does this? You know, because she does this, she needs to go do this. That's where we are in this society. But when you truly love a man truly loves a woman truly loves a man, you're in sync and willing to give your life. Let me say this again. You're willing to give your life and your life savings for your wife or for your husband at any point in time. When I was married to my wife, I would have gave my life any day. If God would have said, I'm gonna take one of y'all, I would always have said, taking me. Always. When I was married.
Whoa.
Not one day would that have ever changed. Even on my worst day, when I was mad as hell at her and I couldn't stand her, I still would have said, God, take me.
Wow.
Because I'm a fan of this marriage. I'm mad at this woman. I don't like her right now, but I chose her. So God, take me. And I will say this to this day. If she's listening, either one of my wives, at the end of the day, on my worst day with you, I would have told you, God, take me. That's because I love those women, right? That's when you know you love somebody. How many of y'all would have said that on your worst day with your ex?
Wow.
Say that again. How many of y'all, when y'all running y'all damn mouth on my feed, right? How many of y'all would say that on your worst day about your ex? See, y'all would. y'all would say that about your kids, but you won't say that about your husband or your wife because why? Whatever they did, whatever, so, I don't love them. You weren't in love with them. You weren't holding your role. It said to death do us part. That's what the contract said.
Mr. Larry, Joe, Mr. Larry said he wouldn't.
But that's what I'm saying. So again, I fall out of love. On my worst day, on some stuff with my exes, there was some stuff that was really bad. But I'm not going to sit here and lie. Even on the worst day, what I found out and some stuff that I saw, I still would have said, because I chose that contract with my wife. And if you can't see, it's easy for you to say I want to divorce because I'm not happy. But you were niggas on the contract that you were niggas on your part.
Yeah.
See, God don't. When we get to heaven, all this stuff that y'all talking on this high horse, God ain't gonna try to hear that. He gonna open up your book. What contract did you want? You see what I'm saying? He ain't open up your ex book. See, y'all can get, like I said, I don't give a damn if y'all get mad at me that they'll mess money. But God gonna open up your book on the day and judge you.
Yeah.
And you ain't gonna be able to tell God or whatever you believe in, the way my ex did to me. No, that ain't the contract that you made, baby girl, with me. And when you stood in front of that priest, that ain't what you said. Sickness and health, good, bad, till the death do us part.
Yeah.
You didn't do that.
Yeah.
You didn't do that. Regardless of what you want to say, you can't argue with God and you're going to lose that fight. You ain't got to argue with me. I'm saying you made that contract. If you got married in the church, that's what you said.
I agree for the most part, but I also say that we have to factor in other things. Abuse. I don't know that God can hold you into a marriage where you are being abused, whether that's physical abuse or mental abuse or any other kind of abuse. Yes, it is to death do us part, but do I stay in, this is a rhetorical question. I don't know that I'm going to tell somebody to stay there if somebody's knocking your head in, and he's God has given you a choice to see clearly. This isn't a marriage that I have ordained. Or if you have a spouse who is making decisions to harm you or your union continually. So I think you get into a lot of gray areas there. And I can't get into individual situations, but Joe, I gotta hold that thought, bro. Hold that thought. I gotta acknowledge this is a funny thing that I was laughing at. Larry Williams, one of my friends, Mr. Larry said, Lord, take her. I'll see you later, baby. Larry. Larry. Timothy Jones says, yes, that's right there. Hey, Tim, I don't know if Tim is still on there. Back when you were talking earlier, Leslie was saying true about you saying, slow down, take your time. LaShawn Turner was saying, that's right. Leslie was saying, take it slow, date. Thank you for that feedback, Leslie. Larry said he's seen men who make less but were good husband. He said his son-in-law was an example. His son-in-law to his daughter, he said made less than his daughter, but he was still a good husband to her. Santo Moss,
but in that situation, okay, in that situation, the woman have to be willing to accept she is going to be the breadwinner, and in a lot of those cases, is the woman ever going to resent her husband for not stepping his game up and making more money than she does, so she can stop taking care of the majority of the household? I don't need to answer that question, but what I'm saying is a lot of times in those situations, and most women have said on my show, and I'm sure you know this, Keith, most women would say, at some point, I need you to take the reins, bro. I don't want to be there. I don't want this burden. Most women, if you're married to a man, don't want to have to carry the load financially yourself for the whole time.
I want to hear from the ladies. Ladies, what do you think? I think I think what you're saying is game changing. I think that it is when God and Joe, be careful. I heard you talk about God's covenant, and we're going to have to answer to God. Now, if you keep on, I'm really going to start thinking that you're saved and that you know God. You say that you don't.
No, I'm not saved because I screwed up, and then God gonna look at me and he's gonna judge my black ass. So nope. I screwed up when I told God. I'm throwing the hammer out there, but let me say I'm flying with the hammer too, because what I told God I did not do. I did. Like I told you, hashtag God still working on me. I'm a work in progress. I'm just saying at the end of the day, I can say what I did wrong, but can y'all?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Hold yourself accountable for the BS that you're doing. Are you in love with that woman or man, or did you marry them because?
Yeah.
And if you married them because, don't be mad because the marriage didn't work out. That's the only point I'm making. You are in this what you want to be. Let me do this here because MD has been holding for a long time, and he been disagreeing with me like hell, and I don't like him right now. So let me bring him in real quick. Because I've been telling him I'm gonna bring him on, and he.
Hey, MD, thank you for holding. Hey, and while you're coming on, Tim, my friend Tim says that Slim and I are, he said that heathen. Uncle Boz is on it. Uncle Boz called you a heathen. Tim says,
I'll say what I need to go say, man. It is what it is at the end of the day. Listen, Linda, listen. So, MD, are you coming on, bro? I just brought you on. Okay.
Sean says, I don't mind dating. Yeah, go ahead while you're working on that, Joe. I'm going to read some comments. LaShawn says, I don't mind dating someone that makes less money if the man is a good person on the inside. I'm with you, LaShawn. I think what Joe has given me is abundant caution regarding, whether or not at the end of the day, and LaShawn, I'll ask you this. If you're still on, I'll ask you this. If you start off in that role, are you okay continuing in that role? Meaning, if you're
that part right there.
If you start off in that role, ladies, are you okay staying in that role? Are you okay continuing to be the primary breadwinner? Or are you going to get to a point where you say, you know what, if we're married, I'm going to need you to step up. I'm going to need you to do some things. Leslie, LaShawn, would love to hear from you. And hey, Tim, I see that you said that you and Slim have been in there 29 years and you still feel that way about each other. I know you do. Y'all have black love going strong. Y'all a couple goals. I tell you what. Okay, here's Leslie, Joe. Is MD coming on?
No, I haven't seen him, but we'll wait for him. But Leslie says, I don't mind him making less, but I do mind high debt. If he makes less, he can't have a lot of debt. But see, these are conditions. These are conditions. You see what I'm saying? These are conditions, ladies. Again, you love him or you love him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if I love your ass, I'm gonna love you with your debt and all. That is what it is. I gotta love you because of what it is. You see what I'm saying? And I can't get married to you if there's debt or if there's this. So you love him because who was that? Leslie, you love him because and again, I'm not saying you're wrong. Those are your standards, those are your boundaries. But all I'm saying to y'all is when you get married to these folks and you find out that they had this stuff before you married them. When you're in your 40s and 50s, this don't just pop up overnight, y'all.
Yeah.
The man or the woman is screwed up or toxic or in debt or a hoe or whatever or a cheat or whatever when you met them. You just didn't take the time to find out. See, I got to ask this question, sis. Why the hell are you single at 40 or 50?
Why what? Why what?
When I woman, a beautiful woman, or if you're a woman, you see a handsome man, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're too good to be true.
Mm-hmm.
The question you should be asking yourself as a man or as a woman, why are they single? What happened?
Mm-hmm.
You need to find out that question. You don't need to look at the dinner, the way he smells, the way the food that he brought you in, the car that he drives, and the house that he has. What you need to find out is why your ass single, bro.
Leslie is laughing at you. She said, Joe. But Leslie also says, and I think y'all are synergistic because she's also saying when dating, you'll find out a lot about a person. I totally agree, Leslie. And Joe, you just said it inadvertently just now. You said time, take your time to find out. And for whatever reason, that is the biggest challenge right now. Tim is my friend. Tim and I used to work together at ABC 3340. Tim was a photographer, the best in the game, still is a photographer. Tim, a couple of years ago. Huh? Oh, you said, what up, Tim? He's in a wheelchair. She and our son are now my caregivers. So he's saying the roles have reversed now, whereas he was the person who primarily took care of the family. I believe when I first met Tim, Tim was working, and Tim and Slim is her name. She was going to school. So he was the one taking care of her. Now, almost 3 decades later, his wife and his son are his caregivers. So he can't work. So I'm making some assumptions and taking some lessons here.
She loved him.
Yeah.
She loved him. That was no because he loved her and she loved him. And those are the beautiful relationships that we're talking about. MD, you there?
You there, MD?
Hey, bro. What's up, big dog?
Okay. I feel like we, as a culture, we have to stop subscribing to certain ideologies and certain thinking.
Okay.
I myself, I think it's absurd for society to expect a man to come to the relationship as the total package. But then society expects us to be patient and pay all the bills while she goes and get her master's degree. But if those roles were reversed, he's not a man. That's absurd.
Mm-hmm.
If we love each other, those of us that believe in God, the word says that love is first patient.
Mm-hmm.
Love is patient first, and then it's kind.
Mm-hmm.
We should be hypocrites in relationships.
Okay, for whatever reason, MD, we can hear you on Facebook, and I can hear you, but people saying they can't hear you. I don't know why. Why they can't hear you. I'm not sure why they can't hear you, big dog. Let's do this. Let's disconnect you and then try to come back in. Okay, let's do that.
All
right. So let me see. Can I bring MD back in? Send me a request again, bro, because it don't show your name on here again. For whatever reason, because like I said, I couldn't hear you. All right, guys, you guys logged into your favorite eating right. 26 minutes after the hour. We got the one on my co-host today. She's beautiful. She's my sister. We got a new show starting, a new podcast we're gonna be doing at Filter Coffee Parlor starting Wednesday. We're gonna be live right there on our personal social media platforms. You can follow. If you follow us, you're gonna see the show 10 o'clock Wednesday morning. Make sure you guys lock it into the. I don't like this name. I'm kind of sick of her with this here, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it. The Kesey and Joe's Joe.
Say it like it. So, Mr. He said he could. Mr. Larry said that he could hear him, and he said he made sense.
I can hear him, but TikTok can't hear him because he's not.
Okay.
Because on TikTok. Okay, there he is. See, TikTok will be hear him now because before it's a little square that pops up on TikTok.
Okay.
So, okay, MD, you there, bro?
Yeah,
I think they can hear you now. Go ahead.
Okay, I was saying that we have to stop being hypocrites when it comes to relationships.
Mm-hmm.
We have to stop expecting the man to come fully assembled to a relationship and expect him to be patient and pay all the bills while she goes to get her master's degree.
Mm-hmm.
That's ridiculous thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I think, again, like I said, those of us patient.
Yeah.
And it's kind. Love is kind after it's patient.
Mm-hmm.
So if we are supposed to have the same leniency with one another, like you guys were talking about the woman that made 6 figures and the guy that makes 5 figures. To her, if that guy checks all of her boxes and makes her feel like an invincible woman, she hit the jackpot. She doesn't care how much money he made.
But MD, I gotta put back on you, bro. She should. But come on, bro.
Hold on, Joe.
Go ahead.
You just had a woman say she agrees.
Okay. There are women that say we agree, but MD, you are not living this world, bro. Okay, you're in your 40s. I'm in my 50s. When we're dating women and we're making less than them, let me ask you this question, big dog. The women that you date that are making more than you, at some point, they don't want you to take over?
They do. But at the same time, those of us that have adult mindsets, we all know that we don't enter the race at the same pace.
Yeah.
Talking about reality.
That part.
You got a few women like Keisha and a few women and on our feed that say what you're saying. And yes, y'all ladies, we love you. You are queens. We adore you.
Thank you. Hold on, Joe.
Go ahead.
Come on, MD.
Providing is much more than money. That's what we box into.
I agree with y'all.
Hold on, bro. Hold on.
Go ahead.
We box providing into money.
I agree with y'all.
What if he gives her a peace of mind at night? What if she's emotionally safe? That's priceless to most women.
No, we ain't gonna say most, to some women.
Well, I'll say to some women.
Okay, because I'm
a woman. Most women being emotionally safe is priceless.
I'm with y'all on what y'all are saying, but MD, in practical reality, in the marketplace, bro, I am with you. I'm riding on your ship with 1,000%. But what we are dealing with, MD, is that what we're dealing with?
Hold on, Joe. I'm gonna give you one of our superheroes. Oprah make more than Stedman.
How many Stedmans do we have, though, bro?
We may have more. We may have more.
She's with him because she's emotionally safe.
Yes.
That's why she's with him.
Bro, you know I use Oprah and Stedman all the time on the show. But MD, answer my question. Limit love, bro. But we gonna fight on this one. In the marketplace, you and I are in 2024, bro. What you are saying is right, but the reality of what you and I are dealing with, what is the reality of that?
It's a mess out here, man.
Okay, that's all I'm saying. I agree with y'all. I think there are lovely women and queens and beautiful women that are saying everything you say and believe that. But we got to find y'all. Because when we're running into MD, I'm gonna shut the hell up and you tell them what we're running into, MD.
Hey man, I can't say right now. I gotta request you back. I got something to do real quick.
Okay, I understand. Okay, but y'all see what I'm saying, though, right? At the end of the day, right?
So hold on. So hold on, Joe. As of right now, I'm Stedman. So my friend Tim says, as of right now, he's Stedman. Okay. So
Okay.
Joe, what is your what? I'm hearing something. Do you not really believe that women want to? It sounds like you're skeptical about women who, even if they make more financially, you still in your mind, it seems like you think there's still going to be a problem. That woman is still going to want me to make more money than what she is. Is that what you're saying?
At some point, when she's paying for that trip, or she's buying you that car, or she's paying that mortgage, and you never are able to do that, at some point, depending on the woman, and I think, and I'm gonna say this is my personal opinion. I think it's very few women who can be okay with that for a lifetime.
Oh, I
think
think
most,
that's absolutely right. I think that's absolutely right.
I think most women at some point don't want to carry the load when she got a man in her life. She wants more than just the D and a man taking out the trash. She wants him financially to carry the load and take and buy her stuff. She don't want to be the one that always buying the expensive stuff. So I think in the beginning, that's gonna be, at some point, I do believe. See, Oprah and Stedman. I'm sure Stedman was there when Oprah was beginning. So he proved himself to her, and she knew where she went, that there was no way he could catch her. So she's cool because he put the work in. But I'm talking about us in our 50s that got a divorce with a woman who got everything, and your ass is a project, right? She may like what you're doing. She's going to, what I see, Keith, is this. I see women that get men that got less than they do. They start to say, why don't you go back to school? Or why don't you go do this here? Or I'm going to introduce you to this person, right? Because, and why are you doing that? Because you want me to do better for myself. You want to help me. But not only that, the other part is you want me to take this load off of you.
Or okay, let me, I got to acknowledge this. I'm gonna put a pin in there because I want to say something to that. I've got Leslie on here. She says it depends on what else he's bringing to the table. Hey Rico, by the way, hey Rico. Leslie says it depends on what else he's bringing to the table. It's not always about the money. I wouldn't mind if he checked all of my other boxes too. Sheena says, I think a woman can do that if he is doing other things to make life easier for her. In other words, I'm reading through the lines here. Sheena, tell me if I'm wrong. But in other words, I think she's saying if a guy is taking a load off of me in all these other areas, if he's cooking, if he is planning the vacations, and or if he's paying, one half of the bills or doing whatever, everything is just not on me. That's teamwork. He doesn't have to make everything, but he just has to come to the table and be a teammate. Also, okay, hold on, Joe. Also, Leslie says he's putting us all in one basket. Yes. Yes.
So how many men is going to do what you just said?
Do what? Do what?
Go plan the vacations. Go do all that other stuff. How many men is going to be that dude that's going to be the sensitive side or the side that she's taking care of financially, and he's going to see, okay, she's doing this, and so I'm going to do this other part. Most men are not built like that. I'm not built to plan a damn vacation. That's what I do.
No problem. Then put the money toward it.
But I can't because hold on, because I'm not built like that. But you know what you married when you married me, right? This whatever life that I got, I'm not blue collar worker. I make $80,000 a year. You make $300,000 a year. I don't plan no vacation, but you married me, and so now I need to take another skill set because you got more money than me. See, as a man, I'm gonna have a problem with that. I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm saying most men are not built to be planning vacations because you pay the bills. That's what I say. Marry.
Well, so what that sounds like to me, that sounds like a man who is unwilling to evolve, because and I will give him his credit on this. I tell you all the time, you remind me of him, but I want an evolved man, a man who says, man, I want to see more than these Birmingham streets. I found that out in the Dayton streets as well, that there were men who were just like, all they want to do is go to work, come home, go to work, come home. No planning, no travel or anything like that. So I want an evolved man who's willing to, if you're only making $30,000, if you have the right mindset, that 30,000 can be like 100,000.
He's not going to be evolved if he's making 30,000. See, this is what y'all ladies got.
But I think you're speaking from your limited viewpoint. I think you're speaking from your experience. You've got Facebook going crazy over here, Joe. I think you're speaking.
You show me a $50,000 man that's evolved as with a woman that's making $200,000 a year. Show me where he's going to feel, where he's going to be comfortable, right? And he's going to step up to the plate and be that dude. And you're going to give him the time and the space to become a guy that's going to make more money. Or are you going to be happy with him making that $30,000 or $40,000 a year? That's all I'm saying. Like I said, it sounds good.
What we're telling you what we want. We're telling you, and we're saying that if he's gonna make the 30, 40,000, what else are you bringing to the table, brother? Are you gonna cut my grass or get my grass cut?
No, but see, that's what I'm saying. You don't love me. That's my point to y'all ladies. You're marrying me in hopes of, if you're not doing this, you need to be doing that. Why the hell are you with me then?
Because love is an action. Love is not an emotion. Love, because let me put it back on you. But let me put it back on you. Let me put it back on you. As a man, you would say, men would say, if a woman could say, well, you know what? You love me. I don't have to have sex with you. You all would have a problem with that. You don't have to have sex with no. If you love me, what'd you say? Exactly. Because that's a man's love language. Men know what women, and I'm gonna tell you, if most men, y'all already know what we need as women. Y'all know that if it's emotional, y'all know we like to be cuddled. Y'all know we like that conversation. Y'all know all that stuff. So it's not about the fact that you don't know. It's about the fact that you don't want to do. And I think that's, and me personally, I think that's why we, guys are being labeled sassy and all that kind of stuff, because I don't have to do, because if you don't, dear, if you don't take me as I am, then I can go on to this next woman. But the problem is it's no love involved in the relationship. It's selfishness. So that's why our relationships aren't working, because it's too much selfishness. Because if you love somebody, love is two things. Love is an action verb, and love is a willingness to be able to change, to be a blessing to the other person. It is all about compromise. So to say that man is not going to evolve, I beg to differ. I beg. Okay, so I'm making 30 or 25,000.
So you beg to differ, right?
Yes.
You beg to differ. Okay, so you beg to differ.
Rita. Okay. Look, we got some comments. When can I go to my comments?
You can go now, because I'm gonna rip your dude, but go ahead.
Oh, you can try, but I got some backup here, and I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid, because
about your people. Because keep the truth. One man saying on band, or what the hell I know for 53 years.
Listen.
Go ahead.
Rico, what's up, man? Larry says, more than you think. A man making me feel safe is so important. It seems like the ones with less give more. That's sorry, my phone is ringing, y'all. KG, relationships are about compromise. That's 2 times I'm gonna see this word. Relationships are about compromise. You gotta bend, brother. I'm with you, KG. You can't just say this who I am, accept me or leave me, or compromise. Thank you, Larita. Hey, Larita. Mr. Larry's giving you a hard time. Mr. Larry says what you're saying is not making sense, Joe. I think you and Mr. Larry can have a conversation. Sheena, but he is built.
Let me ask Larry this question, okay? For all the single women out there, right? Mr. Larry, because I think Mr. Larry is happily married, so I think that's why he's different. So let me ask you all the single women out there, why do y'all say that right now dating is hard and there are no good men out there?
I think. Why are we saying that? Why are women saying?
Why are women saying right now to this day that there are no good men? Because there are women like you, sis. They got it together. They got their house. They got their money, right? And you looking for a man that you want to be with, right? Right? And the man because he can't take care of you, you can take care of yourself, right? The man that you want is with a woman that he can take care of. That's what y'all got a problem at. Get mad at me, but when you're in your 40s and 50s and a man got everything that he needs, most men are not trying to be with a brand new woman that got more than he has. He's gonna find a woman that got a little bit less than he got because he wants to be the lead.
Okay, so that sounds like that sounds like ego. And I don't know that I think let me finish reading it. Huh?
Men are egotistical. That's what we are. That's what makes us.
Yeah, but I don't know that
that's why I impress you.
Yeah, but I don't know that that's I think I don't know that that's everyone. I think that's what you think. I think that's yours.
No. That's not everyone. I think there are men that got money who would take a woman that make the same money as him. What I'm saying is when they man, okay, let me say this, sis.
Okay.
When a man that got money, been married, been through a divorce, and got kids, what do you think he's looking for?
I don't know. Help me out, guys, because I know what Joe's probably gonna say.
He's looking for love, but he's not looking for a woman that he got to compete with.
But why, if a woman makes more money than a man, that's not competition.
But it's not competition, sis, if they're married to you or they're married to an Erica B. Okay, it's competition when the woman that he's married to makes it a competition.
That's an issue with her. That's an issue with her.
Both of them. But this is what happens a lot. But that's what happens a lot of times in those power struggle relationships. And I'm not saying that this happens all the time. There are people who got money, they get married and live happily ever after. I'm not saying what Joe says at the end of the day is the end game, y'all. I'm saying what y'all are telling us on social media, what I run into in the marketplace. Women say, I'm not taking care of no grown ass man. Mm-hmm. No matter how much money I got, I can love him, but I'm not going to take care. I will do some stuff, but I'm not going to be there forever. At some point, I want to take the load off of it. If y'all go ahead and ask 10 women, I'm guarantee you, 8 women going to say 9 times out of 10, at some point, he needs to take this load off of me.
Oh, I agree.
That's all I'm
I don't think we're disagreeing. I think the way we are saying it, because take the load off of me. Listen at this, Joe. And y'all, I gotta come to your comments because Joe, I will say this: you've got them fired up over here with the comments. So I'm gonna have to get to these comments because I want to. I want you to.
Go ahead.
I don't think we.
I ain't scared of your folks. Go ahead. Bring them on. Go ahead.
I think it's sorry y'all about the noise in the background. Good Lord, that fire truck. But Joe, this is what I'm saying about this. I don't think we're saying the same things. But if you are, what I'm hearing though is an overemphasis on money. Because taking the load off of a woman, there are different ways that you can take the load off of a woman. Okay, let me walk you through something real quick. If a woman's going out, she is a boss, she's a CEO. One of the things that's going to be involved is that woman's going to have a full plate. Her day is going to be busy from start to finish. She's going to have things that are lined up. How does a man help who's making less than her $30,000, $40,000? This is just a scenario. It's not the only one. But if she's got to come home, she's got to go make the bacon. She's got to come home. She's got to cook. She's got to come home. She's got to fix the kids. She's got to come home. She's got to walk the dog. She's got to come home. She's got to throw a load of clothes in the laundry and then dry them. And then when she's done with all that, then you want to get into bed and you want to play, because when you came home, sir, this is teaching purposes only. All you wanted to do is sit and watch the TV. A woman does not mind, because I believe when you're a couple, it does not matter who's making the most money. When you put it together, it's all gravy, baby. But I believe that when a woman is helping contribute, because sometimes I don't think God limits us to just a man being the smartest one or the one able to make the money. Okay, I recognize the egos involved. I get that men have egos. But if that woman says, I love you and I want to be with you and I'm willing to take on your last name because I want to be with you. Yeah, we have a right to have an expectation that we're going to work together. We're going to work together. But you taking the load off me doesn't mean you have to make more money than me. But does it mean that you've got my back? Yes. Does it mean that you're willing to help me out because you see that I'm tired after putting it in, baby? Yes. So I think that's what everybody else is saying. We're just saying there are other ways that a man can step up. Don't knock me. Don't knock me.
I'm not knocking you what you're saying, but let me ask you this question, sis. In your world that you see today in 2024,
yes,
what you just said, how much do you see that?
I see it happening with some couples. I see some couples who have it turned up, and everyone know because some people are in some bad situations, but I see some couples who are running it. I have friends because, as you know, I'm a CEO type. You said I'm a boss type or something, whatever you said I was, but
Yeah.
what did you say?
Yeah, you're both. I said, no, you're
So,
both chick. But let me ask you a question. In your lifetime that you're living right now, in your experience,
have I
right?
seen it?
No, we've
Oh,
all seen it.
okay.
But what do you witness more of when you talk to the people in depth that are married? Are they happy or are they going through a divorce? What do you see more of right now in your, and please be honest, what do you see more in your walks of life in 2024, yourself personally?
I see more people disappointed that they feel like a person masqueraded as something that they weren't. I think
That's what I'm saying.
I see more disappointment. We've got the Joe. I feel like I have to do this coming. My folks are talking. My friends are talking. Sheena, hey Sheena, darling. But he is built to see what he can do around the house and fill as many needs without me asking. Sheena is married, so she's coming from that perspective. So
And he
Leslie,
loves
and he like, yeah, they've been together. They've been in the game for a minute, her and her husband. Leslie
you.
says,
What I'm saying
"Oh,
to your audience, right?
huh?
Remember what I said. Remember what I said, because some of your people are new that's jumping into the show, right? And ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen, welcome to the Joe Liker Show. You got the one on in comfort, the beautiful, the queen, my sister, Keisha, she's
Hey
with me. My
y'all.
co-worker. So, y'all make sure y'all lock it into our show. Y'all see how exciting this is. Wait till our show come on Wednesday, on Wednesday morning
At
at 10
10
o'clock. Y'all
a.m.
make sure hey
10
man, we're gonna be at the Filter Coffee Parlor Wednesdays, 10 a.m. Starting our first episode of Media Whitney. If y'all love this show, y'all gonna love what we gonna do together on our
Tune
show
in.
together. Okay, so y'all make sure y'all stay locked in for that. But to your audience, right, that just tuning in, I said a statement early in this show, right, that there are people who are in love with their mate. And what else did I say, sis? There are people in love with their mate because,
Right.
right? So the people that are saying that I'm this person, you in love with your mate no matter what. You're not because.
Mhm.
You're not because. But sis, you and I, like I said, I don't care about the people getting mad at me and coming at me
Oh,
because
sure.
I'm glad that you're happy in your marriage.
Sure.
I'm glad that your relationship is going well. But let's be honest, sis. We're doing this show. When you sat down and talked to me, sis, you said
Yeah.
we are not what? Connecting.
We're not connected.
Right?
We're in the relational arena. No,
That's
we're not.
why you wanted to do the show with me because you said, Joe, there's something missing. And I said, well, you're not going to like what I have to say because I'm going to tell it like it is. So, like I said, there are the people, good men and good women that get together, right? And y'all going to find each other and live happily ever after. And I'm happy for y'all. But to the rest of the 80 to 85% of us, that's who I'm talking to.
Don't put me in that
Because
list.
I'm not putting you in there, okay? You put your business out how you want to put your business out. I don't know your business. I can say for me, I'm married twice.
I'm just kidding.
Twice. Okay? No, your business, you being married, I know you're happily married right now. I don't know your previous anything before that. That ain't my business. This is for you to tell your story. I'm going to tell my story. I'm going to damn what y'all say about me. I'm divorced twice, okay? And both of the company numbers in that damn divorce are my black ass. So I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna be real. I screwed up some things in there. Okay. I could have done better. I'm not gonna tell you what my ex-wife did wrong. I did my part wrong and I hold myself accountable. What y'all don't want to do is hold yourself accountable. Y'all want to be the unicorn of relationships. I'm happy that y'all happy.
Who is y'all?
Married to
Who is y'all don't want to hold yourself accountable? You talking to women?
the people that are divorced.
Yeah.
And acting like they got it all together. If you got it all together, why you ask divorce?
I agree. Well, well, here's the deal. I am a divorcee. I have been divorced.
Okay.
So I can speak to that perspective, and I'm with you. Anytime, to go into a situation or to come out of that and say, oh, it was their fault. And sometimes, ladies, we do that. Oh, it was him. He was this, he was that. Well, I'm a good woman, and Yeah, okay. Well, at the end of the day, you have to ask yourself, okay, if you're a good woman, then what are you doing with that guy that is not up to your standards? So I'm all about taking responsibility. The thing that I want us to do, I think I don't care about the conversations getting tough. I don't care about stepping on toes or whatever, because the problem is we need to be able to do that. We need to be uncomfortable. We need to be able to say our truth and be okay with it. And somebody may say, well, Keisha, what you're saying is crap. That's all well and good, but it's crap. I'm okay with that, because at least the conversation is happening. Joe, I gotta do this. That conversation should happen pre-marriage. Totally agree with you, Sheena. Larry, that's not true. A real man is a real man. Whoa, listen to what Larita says. A real man is a real man with 30,000 or 300,000. Joe DeMarcus Hill, good word, Queen. I don't know what I said, bruh. Thank you so much. That's my friend DeMarcus. Huh?
What 30? Somebody said what now? 30,000, 300,000.
Leslie said a real man is a man with whether he has 30,000 or 300,000.
But the question is, will you allow him to be a real man with 30,000 and you making 300,000?
How do we do that? We have to have a conversation, right?
The conversation is simple. If you say he's a real man at 30,000, 300,000, you making 300,000. If he continue to make 30,000, is he still gonna be a real man that you love? Yeah. You must say if he does such and such and such and such, right? So he's not a real man to you. That's my only point to y'all, right? You're saying if you make only 30,000, you need to do this, and this. But if you make 300,000, you ain't gotta go do it. See, that's BS. If you love me with 30,000, 300,000. Which one is it? I don't care what y'all get mad at me. Some of y'all, the first time you ever met me, yeah, I'm that dude. I'm Mo. I'm gonna say what I need to say. I ain't scared of y'all. I love y'all, but we can have this. We'll safe space to have the debate. At 30,000, do you love me?
I'm this chick. I'm not okay, and I might be wrong for saying it, but I'm gonna go ahead and go out there. I don't care if you're making 30,000 or 300,000. I'm not taking my tail out there and cutting any grass. I'm gonna let you handle that part if that's okay. If I was a woman who liked to cut the grass, great, I go out there and cut it. But I'm gonna say, honey, or either I'll compromise. We can sit down and say, hey, how are we gonna get this grass cut? I don't like to cut it. You don't like to cut it. What we're gonna do? What's our compromise? I don't care if you make 30,000 or 300,000. I'm still gonna look at you and say, well, you know what? That's more your arena than mine.
Okay, sis, let me ask you. Okay, so let me come it down so you and I can talk, because I don't want to scream.
Okay.
Because I don't want people, because I really want this to work with people. I'm not trying to win a debate here. This is something we need to help people do. Okay, so if when you're saying that if you got 300, I got 30. Mm-hmm. If you got 30 and I got 300, do I need to make you step your game up as a man? If you're making only 30,000, do my dinner need to be cooked every single day, and the house and the clothes need to be washed every single day because you're only making 30,000? You better do this because you're only making 30,000. See what I'm saying is, as a man, right? You're not held to the same standard when you're making less than me. What you're saying is, if I'm making less than you, I need to make sure I cut the grass, or I need to do this. If I married you 30, I'm making 300, guess what you're gonna say? That's what you married.
I have a different thought about that. When you're ready for me to jump in, tag me.
Tag.
Okay. So my thought about that is that what works for your marriage and what works for your relationship, that needs to be what happens in that marriage or relationship. If my husband, who's making 300,000, says, honey, that's my expectation. See, the problem is, this is my opinion. We want to be grown, but we don't want to do what grown folks do. We sit down even in marriage, and we won't sit down and have the hard conversations, because I don't care what we say. Life changes. You don't anticipate that your husband or your spouse is going to get, for teaching purposes only, get killed or die and have cancer or have a health challenge or lose their job. See, mature people sit down, in my opinion, whatever that drop there, but mature people sit down and mature people have a conversation. Mature people say, okay, this is my expectation, Or mature people say, this is what I think about this. This is a change. Sweetheart, you're making 30,000. I'm making 300,000. So I'm the one carrying everything. This is what I need you to do for me. This is what my love language is. This is what I want. I want you to have the food cooked every day. I want you to wash the clothes, okay? Or if I may, as a woman, say, well, honey, look, I'm not into cooking every day. I can cook most days, and I'm not even really into washing clothes every day. But can I wash? Are you okay with me washing once a week? Are you okay with me washing every 3 days? Yeah, absolutely. Okay, but then I need the house clean. I'm not coming home to a junky house, sweetheart. Okay, because I'm at work all day. I'm getting it. I'm working, overtime to make sure this family is straight and you have everything you need. Well, honey, I don't too much like cleaning the house. But hey, here's an idea. Can I hire somebody? Are you okay with me taking part of what I get and hire somebody to come in here every now and then? I can keep it clean sometimes, but I may need a little help because, believe it or not, I'm trying to take care of the house. I'm still trying to work and contribute too. Hey, I want to keep it on and popping for you as well, to look my best for you. You see what I'm saying, Joe? So what I'm saying is, we may enter into these situations. We may enter into these situations not having the knowledge. We may enter into these situations wrong. But here's the deal. Mature folks talk. Mature folks know how to express what they need, and mature folks ask for what they want. And ideally, you're going to do that. My sisters have said it all on here. We're going to do it. Ideally, we're going to do that before marriage and sit down. And you know what? If I can't get into that or do that, it's okay. It's okay. I'm not your woman. You're not my man. Let's go on. Let's be at peace. And we're going to go on and either work on some stuff, or either we just go on to somebody else who can meet all the needs that we have. That's what mature folks do. But even in marriage, are we sitting down having the conversations? Even in the relationships, are we saying, hey, this is what I need, without being disrespectful, without demanding anybody do anything? Because as a man, ladies, I'm gonna just tell y'all something. You can't make a man do nothing, ladies. You can't make him. Am I right about that, Joe?
You are preaching to the choir. I agree, and I hate to say this, but I agree with everything that you're saying. I'm gonna be honest. I agree, because people think that I'm trying to be the oddball out, but I'm not. I'm telling y'all the reality.
No, you're not. You're just being real.
Like I said, you're talking about the mature people.
Yeah.
There would not be 2 out of 3 marriages that end in divorce if there were mature people.
Okay.
Most women would not secure a divorce from a man if we're talking about mature people.
That part.
This is when we're looking at the statistics. Y'all are saying on the fees, y'all MFs are lying. Y'all lying.
Okay, wait.
I love y'all, but that's not the reality of what's happening in real life. Yes, there is the minority that's doing what Keisha is saying, and I love that, and I agree with that. But the majority, that's not what's happening. But it's not. Yeah. Because why? Keisha, we started what we're going to start on Wednesday, the Keisha and Joe show. Is because what is not happening, what you just said. You said to me, Joe, for some reason, men and women are not connecting.
Absolutely.
You said that was not me coming to you.
Absolutely.
I said we should do a show together. The connecting part was you said to me. Yeah. The Bible said, Joe, there's a problem. And I said, well, let me tell you what the problem is. Y'all ain't gonna want to hear. Joe, we need to do a show together. And we see, because of the numbers that we're getting today, we see that y'all understand. See, y'all talk a lot of ish, but the proof is in the pudding. A lot of people are not doing what you say on these feeds.
But you know what, Joe?
Where is this?
Joe, that's where I think you and I come in. I think we have an audience. I don't think that, contrary to popular belief or whatever, sometimes people think you get on these platforms and it's about whatever. I'm in the space because I saw too much foolishness going on. Too much foolishness and too much talk about what's happening over here and why men aren't doing this. No. I'm going to come and I'm going to talk as a woman over 50 who has some sense, who I believe I have some sense. I sure don't have it all together. I'm going to be honest with you on that, folks. If you're looking for somebody who's perfect, who's done it all right, no. Some of the dumb things that Joe talked about that people do in relationships, I've done. So I'm on here as an agitator, I'm not offended by Joe. Joe's not offended by me. You understand? We're still gonna be friends after the show and all that kind of stuff. So I agitate him on some things. He agitates me on some things, but we got to have these conversations, and at the end of the day, speak our truth. The beautiful thing that I'd love to see is in the future where we are able to come together and we're able to have men and women come sit down in the room and we speak our truth and we start back conversating again like mature men and mature women. Have I always done it right? No. Have I been that person who's not communicated? Absolutely. I'm talking and I'm saying on this end because these are things that I know. These are things that I want to happen. And I will say this, Joe, let me say this in defense of some women and some men who are even joining us today, to all of my friends today and all of your beautiful listeners and followers. If
here comes your beautiful face on. They
no, I wouldn't dare even think that. But what I would say is sometimes you can't, how can I say this? You can't be in the boat rowing by yourself. You can't be in the boat. So if you're the person who said, I want to come talk to you, can we talk about this? Can we do this? But you don't have a partner who's willing to do that. That's a problem. And what I'm seeing too, I know the time is quickly winding down. We've got Wednesday, 10 a.m., ladies and gentlemen. You're going to see the replay. You're going to be able, but join in the conversation. Put it on. Put your headphones on if you're going to be, if you're working from home, if you're able to take some time, put it on. Jump in. If you can't jump in at 10.
Everybody do one favor. Log in and share our live podcast on your page, and you can watch it later. We need everybody to do that. And I want to say hello to my good friend Cheryl. She's married to my good friend Cheryl. She's on your page. I love her to death, even though she moved from Birmingham, Alabama, and became the first lady. Wherever the hell she is, I love her. I love you, baby girl. We miss you.
Wait, Cheryl. Is it Cheryl?
Cheryl Featherstone?
Yes. No, so let me tell you, hey, I am her high school classmate. I'm her high school classmate. We went to the same school together, believe it or not, Joe, in Jefferson Davis High School in Montgomery.
Oh, so she's singing son. She's singing son of a gun, right? She can sing behind her.
Singer. She can
sing. She can get all kind of, I love her. Yes, that's my sister.
Hey, Cheryl, thank you. I'm glad. Thank you for saying that, because some of y'all I'm not able to see because I was kind of into the conversation. It really means a lot for me for you all to join in on the conversation. Miss y'all and so happy for everything that you're doing, Cheryl, over in, I believe it's Indianola, Mississippi.
She became the first lady and she left us. She left
Indianola. Doing it big.
What's up, big dog, man? Hey, you have taken very good care of our sister, man. We love what y'all guys are doing. And we wish you guys nothing but this. But if y'all ever in Birmingham on a Wednesday, come out to the Filter Coffee Parlor on the south side, right next to the International Pancake House, and come hang out with us.
Come see us. And just to conclude on my point, Joe, you're right. Part of the reason is that we know the right things to say, but the question is, are we going to do the right thing? Number one. Number two, you can't be in the ring boxing by yourself, brother. If you don't have that person who's willing to box with you and get in the fight with you and get down and get dirty and work through some issues and admit this is messy right now, but let's just step back. Let's give it a minute. Let's work through it. We may not like each other right now. We may not be feeling each other right now, but let's step back. Let's be mature. All of the things. And y'all, I count myself to have not attained. Let me just tell you, I'm learning. So I'm here not only as a person who's facilitating, okay? And I say facilitating because I want to hear from you all, but also learning. And so, Joe, I'm respectful of Joe's perspective, and I'm respectful of you all's perspective too, because that's the beautiful thing. We all have an opinion. When we sit down, none of us has all this thing just 100% right, but we sit down, we can learn from one another, and we can implement and hopefully make our relationships better.
Well, we give you guys a snapshot of what.
Was the show worn you out today, brother?
No, it didn't wear me out. I didn't even get warmed up messing with y'all today. I really didn't. I was nice today. Wait till we do our show. You know, I held back on your audience because they see after your audience, they think they know a little something. And for the married folks, I'm gonna be with you. But for them folks that single, y'all lying. Y'all tune in Wednesday. I'll tell y'all why. For y'all single folks, y'all lying. And y'all tune in Wednesday. Okay? Like in the Keisha page. You gotta follow me, follow Keisha. Because I'm gonna get in y'all behind. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm a heathen. I'm that guy, okay? Keisha gonna be like and read you a couple of Bible verses. I ain't gonna read y'all not one damn Bible verse. I'm gonna tell you how it is in these streets, okay? Because I'm in these streets. And then for 4 years going on fire right now. But Keisha, I want to say to you, thank you, baby girl, for allowing me to partner with you, put your brand with my brand. And I look forward to what we're going to do on our new show together. Thank you so much for being my friend, my sister, and now I don't mind being a co-host to the one and only Keisha Sharp Jefferson. I appreciate you, baby girl.
Let's have some fun, Joe, and impact some lives. I appreciate y'all, all of y'all who tuned in and commented on this live too, who are my friends. I love y'all. Appreciate you all. Make sure you tune in Wednesday at 10 a.m.
Make sure y'all lock it in. Make sure y'all go ahead and follow Keisha Sharp Jefferson. Y'all follow her, follow me, y'all. And y'all know how I do it on the Joe Lockett Show. Jitim, te amo, más, liberty. But that's all that means. It means your boy Joe Lockett and Keisha Sharp. It means we love you. You guys have a good night. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night. And we out. TikTok, Facebook, sis, love you. To your soldiers, your kings and queens. Bye, y'all. I'll see y'all Wednesday.
Bye.